is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Following can strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Following can strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Following can strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Following can strong language.
Yahayo! Good evening! We're playing more Otogirisou tonight. Welcome to another art sound stream. Hope you guys had a great morning, evening, and afternoon. This might sound like a broken record if you've been coming back to these streams or checking out the VODs. But this is for people who might just be popping in, and this is like their first time seeing Otogirisou. To explain briefly, it is a sound novel, as in a video game where it's like mostly a novel, reading a story that's enhanced by sound and visuals to basically provide the experience. Originally coined and created by Chunsoft, who's known now as a legendary developer, known now as Spike Chunsoft, who's delivered games such as the Danganronpa series and The Somnium Files. So this is their first foray into this sort of genre. This is like first game that they developed by themselves. Before, they were mostly known for working with Enix in developing Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. It's basically it's not a linear story. It's more akin to series such as Goosebumps, if you're an American, where you get to pick and make your own decisions. We follow a main character who's on their way home from a trip with his girlfriend, and their car breaks down in the middle of the road, with the only sort of smile I'm forgetting my words. The only shelter nearby is a mysterious, spooky mansion, and that's where the story begins. Depending on your actions, the story can vary very wildly, so it's quite interesting. There's 10 main endings in this game, and that's what I'm striving for. So far, I've gotten 4 endings in my previous playthroughs, so this will be the 5th one. And I do have a guide open now. I'd rather play without the guide, but because I feel like we have to do at minimum 10 playthroughs. I want to essentially minimize the amount of time that we spend. I would hope not to repeat the same content, so that's why. That being said, let us begin. I'll be reading the story, and sorry if I don't read everything, because I have been, I've been reading any sort of new content I see. So if you're interested in hearing me read most of the story, there's other playthroughs that you can catch up on, which can be found on my YouTube channel. There you go. I'm so bad at promoting myself, but yes. It's just to save time and my voice. In case you're wondering why I'm not reading everything. It was a summer evening. Under a cloudy sky, the thin and winding mountain road continued on. The scenery wasn't very interesting, the thickets on each side of the road. Nami has been quietly sitting beside me for a long while. Maybe she got tired after a long tennis game and was sleeping. So I know now that the start can essentially change. It's basically as if you opened up a novel and it was a roguelike. To explain it to Zoomers, I guess. Alright. So, I think I want to try going for the burning coffin ending. So let's see. Available with wave 1. Let's see. Okay. If we choose the third option, we sort of lead into the fish monster ending, which I've already gotten. What's the second option? Okay, the second option leads towards the twins' curse, which I've also already obtained. So we're gonna go with the first option. Okay. It seems like if you stick to the first option, it'll get us where we it'll mostly get us where we need to go. So let's do that. I'm going to try to finish a loop, obtain an ending in this stream. So we'll see how that goes. I like to do these streams in like short bursts. Maybe they're easier viewing as well. If you're like a VOD watcher, it's it's a lot shorter, like less you have to worry about, and it's less tiring for me as well. But this stream might take longer, possibly, just because I'm going to be looking at the guide a bit. Okay, so I'll say, Nami, are you asleep? I softly called out to her. She lightly opened her eyelids. She took a moment to wake up from her dream, but when she noticed me next to her, she rushed to smile. No, I was only closing my eyes. She says that, but I'm pretty sure she was asleep. I didn't mean to wake you. Sorry. It's fine. Go back to sleep. No, all I'm doing is making you drive. I guess you're alone and bored. We can't get radio on the mountain. Nami looked out the window. Huh? Arts? What? What species are those flowers? So many of them have been blooming out there. And here it is. The reason why it's called Otogirisou. Yellow flowers continued on the side of the road. They had long, narrow stems and round leaves. Ah, those. They are Otogirisou. In Japanese, this name is written as the grass that cuts the younger brother. Otogirisou? Yes. The Otogirisou has a strange history. I thought telling it could be a nice change of pace with talking to Nami, but given the choice. Okay. Yeah, we just keep going at the start. I'm trying to see when should I branch out. Okay, I see. Alright. So I've read this before. Long, long ago. Falconers hunt hawks? No, falconers hunt with hawks. Actually, I'm curious. If it wasn't obvious, I am using an emulator because Otogirisou was never released in English officially. Let me see if I can fast forward. I've never tried it before. Must be, right? We might be gaming if I'm allowed to fast forward. I feel like it's like a painful viewing experience. I'll just click through. I'll just be normal. If I was playing this by myself, I would skip forward, but I'd rather not. I definitely could play this on my own, but I think it'd be pretty cool if I was like one of the few people on YouTube to actually document a playthrough of this game, you know? Because it's such an obscure game. I think it released in 1989 or something. Without an English translation until last year. But it's also a very legendary and genre-defining game. Which, I think as a visual novel fan, more people should know about it. Falconry contest, what a strange expression. Well, don't complain about it. But the story sounds so long. Well, listen to the end. There was a clear weather that day that they thought was perfect for hunting. The hunt went very well, and the noblemen were very pleased. However, they thought they heard the thunder, and the good weather suddenly became overcast. Large hailstones fell like crazy. It was my mouth is not working today, guys. I'm sorry. Of course, the hunt was cancelled. The extremely upset nobleman put out a notice for all the participants to heal their hawks in time for the next day. That night, all the falconers gathered in the brother's house to ask if they could share the secret medicine. The kind-hearted younger brother. But the older brother stubbornly didn't listen. The brother's ancestors had labored to devise a secret medicine during a painful experience that the villagers put them through. That night, the younger brother couldn't sleep. He tried to distract himself at the pond and saw a young woman trying to drown herself in it. If you would like to hear me read this in its entirety, I think I read this maybe the first stream that I played Otogirisou. But yes, I'll only be paraphrasing. You must never think about dying. Please go ahead. Thank you so much. I won't forget this for the rest of my life. Nami said, the secret got out, didn't it? Right. The hawks in the village nearby could all fly again. The noblemen were completely satisfied. The falconers let out a sigh of relief. Nami said, so the older brother came home and... Right after he asked, no regrets? None. And then he decapitated his younger brother. The spray of blood scattered towards the brother's garden nearby and left permanent black spots on the leaves of growing flowers. I continued, so then, Otogirisou symbolizes... what was it again? Strange, it slipped my mind. No way. I think the word was a really bad omen. It wasn't seppuku. I calmly said, it's not impossible. I continued, in this wide world, they say there are flowers that symbolize seppuku. And more importantly, are we going the right way? I feel like the coming scenery is very different, but... I think this is right, but... The last one is so mean. Just yells at her. Guys like that really piss me off. Like, just awful to their partners. Curve ahead, slow down. I looked ahead and there was a sudden right turn at the bottom of the hill. I gently stepped on the brake, but didn't feel the usual resistance against my foot. I was shocked with how lightly the brake pedal was bottoming out. Huh? I stepped on it again and again, but it only hollowly hit the bottom. The car steadily sped up while it went down the hill. The brake isn't responding! Rain was hitting the windshield like crazy. Signs flew past us outside the window. Ahead! Ahead! Nami shouted and stuck out her finger. We were rapidly approaching the curve. I hurriedly hit the clutch and dropped the gear. My seatbelt dug into my body as I leaned forward. When I looked up, we were quickly approaching a mountain slope. I let go of the gear stick, then sharply steered right. Kya! Nami's shrill voice was deafening. Somehow, we barely avoided crashing into the trees onto the side of the road, but this time, an oncoming car flew out from the next curve in the road. We're gonna crash! Alright, let's see. This is where it gets a bit more complicated. I think we want to get on burning basement ending. Have I done the burning coffin ending? That's like the thing, right? I don't know. Oh, this music though. Do 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 do. Yeah, I can just click the top answer for quite some time, I think. I pulled the parking brake. The rear wheels began to shake wildly. My car slipped off the right side of the road and crashed into a grassy area. The oncoming car grazed by us on the left and blared its horn as it went right. With the strength gone from my body, I leaned into the seat. I was soaked with sweat. I looked at Nami and I asked, "Are you okay?" "I thought we'd die." "Ain't okay, guy. Welcome in." I hope you're doing well this evening. We're on our 5th playthrough of Otogirisou. Her forehead was also covered in sweat. I asked Nami, "You're not hurt?" "No, I'm not hurt, but I'm still shaking." Boom! The split tree. Yeah! Lightning struck the top of a tree right in front of us. And in an instant, it split right in two and burst into flames. "It's falling down!" We jumped out of the car. "No, Art's your car!" The falling tree crushed my car. The ceiling caved in, the windshield shattered. It was a tragic sight. I wonder if, I wonder if the car that was going straight towards us, was a car from within the mansion. That's my thought. Anyways. Also anxious, I approached Nami. I said, "It's pitch black. This isn't the time to be talking so thoughtlessly. What should we do?" "Nami, you got your bag out of the car?" It's fine, it's fine. That's a good idea, Nami." "Hey, there's a flashlight inside." I switched it on, and yellow Otogirisou popped out from the shadows. They're even blooming here, too. They're like a road, guiding us. They really are. I wonder where they lead to. Look, a light! You're right, but that's strange. It wasn't there earlier, right? Now that you mention it. You might be right, but I suddenly feel like... No way, the lights weren't on until now. That's true. That's a more reasonable explanation. Anyway, we're saved. Let's go see if they'll let us inside. I picked the middle road. The road to dawn. Before long, the road widened and became easier to walk on. Oh, that reminds me. What? Something strange about the break. Right, nothing strange happened on our way to our date. Moreover, now that I think about it, that was the first time I tried to use the brake, since the way home is entirely uphill. If that's true, did someone tamper with it? Yeah, but that would be excessive. So, we might have died? Don't you think it's like someone has a grudge against us? Hey, maybe if... Thunder... Nami stopped in her tracks and looked at the sky. Huh? More thunder. Just as you said, it's dangerous. It could strike us. Let's hurry. The road soon became completely flat. We quickly passed through the forest. Ooh. Suddenly our field of view opened up to show a huge mansion. Wow, a mansion! It was definitely awe-inspiring. It looked to be about 50 meters from the gate to the entrance. Because it was far away. Shall we go inside? Okay, I'm a little scared, but... I approached the gates. I pressed it without hesitation. I waited for a moment, but there was no reply. Is no one home? I pressed the intercom again. How strange, but the lights are on. I definitely saw several lights showing through the windows. I pushed the gates and they opened silently. What should we do? Yeah! Whoa! The next moment, as if the lightning strikes caused a conditioned reflex as we entered the premise. The garden was also desolated. The overgrown grass. Looks like it's never been tended to. Hey, are these Otogirisou? Nami pointed to her feet. They sure are. They're blooming here, too. I reflexively gulped. There wasn't just one or two flowers. The entire garden was densely packed, full of Otogirisou. Why are there this many? Then a wind blew, stronger than any other so far. The countless flowers rustled in a wave. I got an ill feeling in my stomach, like I'd seen something sinister, and stood stock still in the rain. Hey. Yeah, a snake. It's a snake! A snake! Are snakes that scary? Poison is deadly. I guess so. I've actually never, encountered a snake IRL, I don't think. That's definitely the, I'm not Australian, right? Instead of breaking the window. Phew. Nami said, "We're safe now." Oh no, you're bleeding. Blood was flowing out of a cut on the back of my left hand. When Nami took my hand, I said, "Oh, it's okay. I can handle it." I licked the cut. "No, you really have to get that treated." Nami took a handkerchief out of her pocket and rolled it around my hand. Wouldn't it be more accurate to say she wrapped it around my hand? Oh well. I can't complain too much. This is all I can do for now, but later I'll do it properly. But thanks. Oh, this is embarrassing. Foyer was huge. I faced the back of the house and called out, "May we come in?" "Excuse us, we've come inside." "Do you think no one's here?" "Oh, I guess not. How about we sit for a moment? I'm tired." I've seen these from things like TV and pictures, but never in real life. Soldiers from the European Middle Ages wore these in battle. I thought it looked heavy. "Hey, what do you think that is?" "Huh? Look, that!" A huge water tank was placed right against the wall. The shape was nothing to worry about. The silver borders are common for glass water tanks. What do you think is inside? I approached the tank. Let's see. I thought about taking a peek from above. To look down on it, I took a small one-seat sofa from in front of the fireplace. When I got on it and peeked inside, I saw a lump standing out at the bottom of the remarkably black water. But was it a living thing? A rock lump? Or just something like seaweed? I didn't know at all. "Hey, do you see anything?" "No, nothing at all." Then a black clump moved a little, and a bubble rose like a ping pong ball. Whoa! I turned my face away. It emitted a smell like putrid mud or rotten fish. I held my breath and looked at the water surface again, but nothing changed. What was that? Then, the second floor! I knew it. Someone... Let's go look. We climbed the stairs at the entrance. Hey. As we climbed, Nami spoke softly. If the owner is here, what should we say? We have to honestly say we lost our way on the road. Besides that, huh? I'm sure the armor was over there, wasn't it? Oh, it's fine. Anyway, let's go see where that sound came from. Which room do you think? Shh! I hear it again. Said it's here. No reply. Is no one inside? It was dark inside, without any signs of people. was a wooden table in the left corner, plus a desk lamp that was emitting a faint red light. Ah! The door suddenly closed behind us. Oh, actually, this is different, right? Because I don't remember this. Still, I paid no but without caring about the door, I approached the table to check the book. It seems like if I... okay. I see. Ugh. My foot caught onto the cord and the lamp fell to the floor. The red light spread across the floor and lit up a leg of the table. That's what I thought happened, but actually, that wasn't right. The red light lit up the silver spokes of a wheel. Oh, a wheelchair. I thought it was a table, but a person's lap was in the wheelchair. The lamp fell on the floor, lighting up their slippers. Oh, excuse us. We suddenly came into the house. We knocked, but didn't hear any reply. Still confused, I bent down to try to pick up the light on the floor. You don't need to apologize. Nami said something strange. I looked up. A mummy was sitting in front of us. The light from the stand went out, and the room went pitch black. The wheelchair started to move. Oh my god. I stepped back. Ah! Nami pulled me to her with my clothes. The creaking of the wheels got closer. My hand shook and the door wouldn't open. Come on, open already. We fell out into the hallway. It was also pitch black here. I couldn't even tell right from left. Nami, where's my flashlight? I don't know. I don't remember. Right, anyway, let's look for it. For an instant, a flash of lightning came through a window. It's here. With the lightning as a guide, I headed for the stairs. I went down them, opened my eyes wide, and looked for the flashlight. There. It was lying in front of the water tank. I almost fell running down the stairs and hurried to pick it up. I flipped the switch and faced the second floor. The dim circular light spread out along the upstairs passage. The mummy was gone. Oh, my feet. Nami weakly fell to her knees. I fell on my backside next to her. At any rate, to think that a mummy in this modern day Japan. Did we actually see that? Since I was scared, I asked Nami if she could go check something for me. Nami? What? Did you see that wrinkled thing just now? I think it was a mummy. I see. I have a request, actually. What is it? Can you go and check it out? Huh? Me? No way! But I'll be scared if you don't. Art, you go ahead. I'm paralyzed with fear. You're pathetic. Nami let out an exhausted sigh. Okay. I'll go look and come back. Wait here. She headed for the stairs. Nami, wait! What? I'm still too scared to be alone. Shameful. In the end, Nami took my hand and we both went upstairs. I opened the door and the lights were on inside. The wheelchair and the mummy were gone. Oh. Nami noticed a diary on the floor. I picked up the old leather-bound diary and found it was very heavy. I quickly flipped through it. The last page ended on a date 6 years ago. There was blood on it. deep red drops of blood. Fresh blood on an old diary. What did you say? Feeling weak from the blood, I got dizzy. A cat must have eaten a mouse or something, right? Hey, what's that sound? Something was approaching from the hallway. It can't be. The armor that disappeared earlier? Don't be stupid. The sound stopped right at the door. Oh, a cat. The kitty jumped out into the hallway, from the gap in the door. We held our breath and intently watched the door, but got the feeling that nothing would happen. We stealthily peeked into the hallway from the gap, but nobody else was there. Isn't that weird? Finally, Nami said, "Hey, I feel creeped out. Let's leave this mansion already." I answered. Hey son, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Oh crap. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm creeped out, but I have a hunch we won't be able to escape. And he is right. I'm alright. I'm a bit sleepy, but I'm doing my best. This is like the 5th time I played this game, so there's a lot of stuff that I'm just like, okay, I already know like what's happening. But we're powering through it. It's pretty crazy how many branches this game has. Nami angrily said, "Why are you saying something like that?" "No, it's just a hunch." "Teasing me is fun? Okay, you can have fun by yourself. I'm going home." Nami left the room. "Hey, wait." I rushed out in a panic, but Nami walked down the stairs alone. "I'm sorry if I offended you. Wait." "Goodbye and good night." Nami opened the front door. "Wait!" But when she looked outside, she quickly closed the door. "What's the matter?" "Snakes. They're swarming outside." I peeked outside through the keyhole. Several spotted snakes were slithering around. My hunch was right. "What? You must be glad." "How am I glad?" "I don't like it either. I don't want to be here." "What should we do?" Nami sighed. Let's see. I'm sure there's someone here. Let's go look for them. No way, I'm scared. It's definitely creepy, but we weren't directly harmed. We came in without asking, so if someone's here, we'll have to explain the situation anyway. That's true, but okay. Nami reluctantly agreed. I headed to the... Sorry. So sleepy. Always stretched to both the left and right. "Which way should we go?" I said. "Let's look in the many doors on the right." We went into the right hallway. Hey, there's so many doors. What should we do? We'll leave the doors in the back for last. For now, let's open the doors closest to us. And which one? You can pick, Nami. Then this one. Wow. Nami sighed. What's the matter? This tableware. Inside was a guest room. Silver plates and spoons were neatly lined up on a small, roughly square table in the center of the room. There's exactly enough for 3 people. Could someone be preparing a meal for us? But it's 1 person too many. But it's 1 person too many. I was about to say it could be for the mummy, but I stopped. Nami got scared again. What? The meal must be for a family of 3 here, since there are 3 plates? Somehow I covered it up. Still, it's very pretty. I'd like to have this tableware. I asked, when will you buy it? I don't have that kind of money. Hey, Arts, you buy it. I left the room without saying anything. Hey, wait. I'm kidding. You don't have to buy it, but don't leave me alone. And come on, hurry up. Just when we walked in the foyer from the hallway, Nami shouted, Hey, isn't that a phone? Look, under the shelf for the water tank. It really is. It was a black rotary-style phone. Hey, we can contact home with this. Nami smiled broadly. But having said that, could people actually find us in a place like this? Let's use the phone anyway. Okay. I held the receiver to my ear. Ugh! An iron axe brushed past my face. I looked up. Before we knew it, the armor we thought had disappeared earlier was standing next to the water tank. Frightened, I approached it and lifted the cover of its face mask. Inside, it was empty. That's right. Yes, that's right. Ah! Nami screamed. Nami, what is it? It got cut. That axe that fell over, it cut the phone line. What? Panicking, I held the receiver to my ear. I didn't hear anything. I haphazardly spun the dial, but the phone line was dead. It's no use, it's silent. I put the receiver down and stood up. It can't be helped. Let's look for another way. Oh, Usoda. No way. The rings echoed in the large foyer. What? How can it? How should I answer this? Overcome with surprise, I just stared at it. Yeah, I feel like if I stick to the second answer, I might be able to pull it off. Wait. I gotta pick up the phone. It's gonna keep ringing. Where? Who? How? Actually, yeah. If I answer the second one, I'll end up in the burned route. Nami and I looked at each other. Just then, Nami started to cry. I got angry. Come on already. We know you're here somewhere. Get out here and show yourself. My voice only vainly echoed in the foyer. We'll start looking for you. We'll definitely find you. Just you wait. Please don't go alone. Barely looking back at Nami when she shouted, I ran up the stairs. Get out here! Get out here! I went up and banged on a nearby door as hard as I could, but no reply. I'm coming in. Just then, an unbelievably cold air came from inside and engulfed me. My anger dissipated, replaced with a cold chill down my spine. Arts? What? This is... The strange presence left Nami petrified behind me at the entrance. A single wood coffin was in the center of the room. It was like Dracula himself was inside. Surrounding it were many lit candles. I reached out my hand as if I was drawn towards it. Nami screamed, Stop! What are you doing? I knew that I was about to do something I shouldn't, but my hand opened the lid on its own. Yellow Otogirisou flowers were crammed inside. A piece of calligraphy paper, cut out in the shape of a person, was on top of them. Revenge was written on it in jet black ink. Revenge, revenge. Before I knew it, Nami had come to my side. That's it. I remembered. I looked at Nami. The symbolism of Otogirisou, it's revenge. Revenge? Otogirisou symbolizes revenge? She incoherently muttered that while she noticed a human-shaped paper. Nami, she was pale. Let's leave. Let's leave. I grabbed Nami's hand. I feel something horribly ominous. Even someone as dense as me knows that. Let's leave. Almost dragging her outside, I closed the door with both my hands, like I was sealing in something unpleasant. This room is next. I approached the door on the opposite side. Almost crying, Nami asked, You're still gonna look? I shouted, Yes, because you won't come down if I don't look. We may have to stay the night here. Simply put, some crazy eccentric could be living in this mansion. We have to find out if they're trying to harm us, or if anyone lives here at all. I quickly talked on, and Nami said nothing. I thrust the door open. The window at the front desk, the window at the front, a small desk in the left corner, a bed. It was a very ordinary room. Nothing here. I closed the door. There are some rooms we haven't seen yet over that way. I deliberately said that impersonally, and I went ahead to the other end of the hallway. Still silent, Nami followed behind me. I checked here before, but... Just in case, we looked in the room where we found the mummy earlier. But as expected, it wasn't here. The diary was in the same place as before. 2 rooms left. I opened the door opposite the mummy room. Oh, what's that? What's the matter? Nami glanced inside and seemed relieved when she looked at me. It looks like a woman's room. Yep. Yeah. We've seen this so many times. Let me check the guide while I'm clicking. Oh, I can't. Okay, so we should be on the burned route at the moment. I gotta wait till we get to the kitchen. This whole point has a lot of parts where I'm not making any decisions. It goes on for quite a bit. Actually, I just realized this, but there's no way to make a save in this game. This game is just all autosave. So I can't save and then reload my save to get a different outcome. It's kind of done in a rather obtuse way, but it makes sense considering how old it is. And of course, save stating wouldn't matter because the goal is to obtain 9 endings, and then once you get 9 endings, you'll be able to unlock the final ending. Oh, okay. We're in the kitchen now. Nami, perhaps you know something I don't? Okay, here we go. They won't mind if we eat a little. Bon appetit. Something like hair was sticking out of the soup. Yeah. All the food is just really gross. There's a spider with yellow and black spots. I mean, spiders are edible, right? Depending on what it is. Crabs are kind of like spiders when you think about it. What's the matter? You look scared. Inami, did you hear something just now? What? It sounded like a woman screaming. Yeah. This part's always the greenhouse. Hey, lend me the lighter for a bit. Why? Oh. Hey, lend me the lighter for a bit. Why? Now that Nami had a lit candle, I tightly held the flashlight. Hey, did you really hear a voice or something? Yeah. It was like a long, high-pitched cry. But why cry? Maybe because of a robbery. We turned left at the end of the hallway and continued to the back of the mansion. But as we went on, it was strangely dim. It felt like times you suddenly entered a back alley from the main path. I said, there's a door over that way. What a creepy door. It's like for a secret lab. Is it open? Ugh. Place my hand on the knob. That voice now. You heard it, didn't you? It was the same voice as earlier. It's only a wind and a splash of water in our faces. Ah, Nami softly screamed behind me. What is it, Nami? Oh, the rain put the candle out. What should we do? Well, let's go. We joined in and walked through the mud. Our dry clothes quickly got soaked. Nami quietly asked, do you think someone's there? I don't think so. What? Then why did I come along? I mean, it could be another living person. Because if someone is there, I'm sure they would have just noticed the flashlight just now. I didn't see any reaction, so they already... It was pitch black inside the glass in front of us. I shined the flashlight inside. It was an Otogirisou, mixed among other ornamental plants. Small yellow flowers were blooming close together. Cautiously shining light into the glass, we walked around the greenhouse. In the end, nobody was here, huh? Smile. I thought we should turn back to the mansion. Yeah, there wasn't. Huh? I pointed the light towards the sound, and the greenhouse door was flapping in the wind. I glanced at Nami's face, her mouth still open. Alright, race to that door! I started running. It's a race! A race! I continued running without paying attention to her. Wait, Kyang! She falls down, she gets dirty. Now I have to take a shower. When I arrived at the entrance, I turned around and pointed the light at Nami. Oh, come on. You left me behind. Nami caught up to me. Whoa. Nami was written on the glass door in big red letters. The shaking glass bounced the light. I said, it's a coincidence. I realized my voice was growing tight. Nami's face went pale and she stood stock still in the rain out of surprise. The lost for words, only our eyes were moving in time with the glass. Let's go back. I deliberately spoke encouragingly, but Nami didn't respond. I said it's just a coincidence. That's it. You've never even been here before, so it has nothing to do with you. Someone who lives here just happens to have the same name as you. As if shaking off my fear. I kept on talking loudly without stopping to take a breath. We returned to the mansion and Nami looked depressed. I felt really bad for her. It was my fault after all, that we saw that out there. I deliberately said brightly, Hey! What? Won't you take a bath? Eh? It's fine, it's fine. I think it's probably over there. I went ahead on my own. We turned right around the dim hallway, and soon there was a frosted glass door in front of us. Here it is. I pulled the handle. It was pitch black inside. I pointed the flashlight, and just as I thought, it was a washroom. On the left, there was a white sink with a big mirror. A Western-style toilet was next to it. Another frosted glass sliding door was at the back. It probably led to the bathroom. Okay. I'm actually gonna stop right here. I know. Only an hour. I know. But I'm really sleepy. I feel sort of miserable, so I don't mind doing these short streams. We'll finish the loop next time. I should get some rest. That way, I'll have energy for tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow will be a movie stream, I hope. I'm trying. I think I want to watch The Mummy. I'll do my best to stream early, maybe around 6 p.m. EST or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, that's it from me. Drip, drip, drip. Oh, Seeker is still on. Last time I rated them, it turns out that they ended. But I think I caught them this time. Let's hop right over there. We're playing Togaino no Chi. It's Yaoi Sunday. It does contain not safe for work content, so just be aware when you're heading over there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know is really short, but I do want to squeeze these in. I'd rather be streaming than not, being productive. So I hope you guys still enjoyed your time. And tomorrow will be a movie stream. Maybe we can squeeze a little bit more Otogirisou or something else. I want to. Oh yeah, I should probably try and finish Persona 3. I've been like really putting it off. I figured starting another game in the middle of October, I might not be able to finish it if I did that. So we'll do our best. We'll continue doing our best. Please consider subscribing. It really helps me out, helps out the channel. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a great rest of your night. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, have a great rest of the week. Gao night. Bye bye. No, Mishu.